This video is going to go up to 11. Welcome to Really Dicey. This is Manny. I'm here with Matt. Today we're going to talk about 11 crowdfunding role-playing games, or related to that are live right now for May 2021. So yeah, let's get right to it because we have a lot to talk about. The first thing that I saw recently that really excited me was Battlemasters and Berserkers. It is a 5e class expansion supplement for fighters and barbarians. And it has tons of stuff. It has I'm gonna try to read it here because it's too much to remember. It has 14 martial archetypes and barbarian paths, 10 new backgrounds, 35 feats for offense and defense, 45 new class features and rage powers, 45 new weapons and armor, 24 new magic items specifically for fighters and barbarians. So if you like Chainmaster Desert Nomad or Barbarian Arena Fighter, they have options for that in this book. If you're looking for something to expand beyond what you have for fighters and barbarians, this might work for you. It's 72 pages and it's only $20 for the print and PDF.
Sounds good. If you like fighters, I got something for you. There's a game out. There's a crowdfunding game called Blood, Sweat, and Steel. It is Fudge and Fate based. So if you're familiar with those are kind of a fast, loose, slightly narrative based games. This game is described as dark sword and sorcery. It's got this real Conan feel, a human centric world that's barbaric and unexplored. So, a lot of room for your hero to expand. It's got fast action and deadly combat and an open-ended magic system, and it's got some beautiful art. So check it out.
Another one that looked really good to me is I like Space Junker fantasy, Red Dwarf, things like that. I'm always keen towards, and recently Firefly and Borderlands also kind of flirt with the genre. Mm-hmm. If you're looking for something like that for 5e, Comets and Cockpits might interest people. It's a crowdfunding campaign on Kickstarter for two massive books: the Geographica Delphos, which is the planet and the world building, and Technologica Epoch, which is full of magic tech, mechs, and starships, and rules how to use starships and using the 5e system. The art looks fantastic, but what really draws me, honestly, is that I'm very curious to read about rules about running starships in 5e, because I've seen different people take on it, and their take seems very interesting, especially for like a space junker type of genre. So that's what really intrigues me about this.
If you like space games, I got another one for you. It's called Tangent Space. Now, this one's a bit of a long shot. He's pretty still early in the campaign, and he hasn't quite raised the money, and he doesn't quite have all the all the art and everything together. But if he gets it done, it looks like it could be a lot of fun. It's an optimistic space opera, like Star Trek and Babylon 5, where you have a newly united humanity meeting the galaxy for the first time. It's flexible rules, skill-based system with lots of options. So might be worth checking out.
I don't know about you, Matt, although I have a feeling we're going to agree on this, that when it comes to new bestiaries or new monster manuals, you have to have really good art and a lot of creativity, at least to get my attention. I've just seen so many of them come out in the last 30 years, so that it takes you have to be really special to really catch my attention. And this captures my attention. Grim Hollow, the Monster Grimoire. It's by Ghostfire Gaming. Over 400 monsters available for dark fantasy campaigns, and the art, it's good. I was very impressed. It looks horrifying, and it looks very creative. So I am very looking forward to seeing this out, so I can grab a copy.
Excellent. Sounds good. Is that for a particular system?
So far, this is only for 5th edition currently. I don't know if they'll change that later on.
Okay, cool. But even if you don't play 5th edition, monster manuals are always great. Good minds for ideas. In that same category of tools for your game, there's a great little Kickstarter I've come across called Treasure Chest Cards. This is a system neutral deck of 50 cards, each card depicting a treasure chest. Tells you if it's locked, how good the locks are, what kind of traps that the chest may have, and its contents. And so you have all sorts of different combinations: unlocked but trapped, trapped but locked heavily, and the contents run all the way from great treasures to rations and supplies. And of course, there's a mimic somewhere in the deck. Haha, surprise. So the artwork is it's cute, it's good, it's colorful, it's got a lot of good information, just what you need to get the juices flowing when you're making a dungeon. It's a good thing to pull out, and I know that we both like random decks.
Something cool coming out. Q Workshop is coming out with the Witcher hybrid dice. It's not a dice that's made for the Artalzorian Witcher games. It's its own thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish I could show you a picture. Only our viewers will watch or see the picture. But the dice are gorgeous. It just I have to get it. As you know, I've been collecting the Witcher role playing books, so I have to get this dice. And there's like variety in colors. It just looks beautiful.
Oh, sounds good. Well, if you like dice, I found another Kickstarter from Mini Planet. They have a Kickstarter for dice and dice jewelry. They have 15 sets, each 7-piece, which also come with a matching box. So the dice are made of resin. They're beautiful, handcrafted. A lot of them are gem-like and have a lot of depth to them and a lot of light. Most of them are very easy to read, large numbers, because that's important. In my younger days, I collected a lot of crazy dice that I can't read, so that's no good. So now I have to be able to read the dice. But these dice are got big block numbers, easy to read, and they are very pretty. And like I said, not only do they sell the sets, but they sell jewelry. So you can get these dice as earrings or necklaces and things. So check it out, Mini Planet.
You can't go wrong with pirates, and you can't go wrong with Cthulhu. So putting them together, it sounds like a really fun campaign.
Oh no!
Or at least for the keeper.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's called Corsairs of Cthulhu, Fighting Mythos in the Golden Age of Piracy by New Comet Games. It just sounds awesome. Chaosium is supporting them, and it's for the Chaosium Call of Cthulhu system. It sounds like they're doing their research. It is, hold on, let me see if I wrote down it is about 360 pages. So they share that it's going to be full information about like the life of piracy, how to run be a pirate or a privateer, which could be pretty much the same, but that's a different topic. But it just sounds like a great idea, and I can't imagine this being terrible. Pirates and Cthulhu, I can't. I mean that's a great mix. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds great. No, that sounds good. I'd like to get a hold of that. Speaking of interesting games, the last thing on my list is a game called Court of Blades. This is a tabletop role-playing game of, quote, politics, gunpowder diplomacy, Renaissance magic, and romantic skullduggery.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So this takes place in a fantastic, fantastical Renaissance city, and it's all highly civilized. It's all rapiers and lace and alchemy and pistols. It looks really good. It's a narrative game based on the Forged in Darkness system. Your group plays a retinue some noble retinues, and you go on missions and you try to accomplish things. But this all takes place in ballrooms and back alleys, and there's a lot of blackmail, and it's a all different kind of style game. What I really like about this Kickstarter is there's actually a video on the Kickstarter page of actual play. So you can watch people playing the game before you back it.
Last but not least, Endless Encounters Dungeon. Just came out. So I just read this right before we did our video. It's the idea is that from levels 1 to 8, you can construct these dungeons, sometimes randomly. There's like charts all over the place. And it's just made for like, okay, you don't want to deal with some of these recent modules that are like heavy on story and stuff like that. You just want to play a dungeon. You just want to grab a couple of friends, go exploring a dungeon and try to make it out alive and find some treasure too. So that's what this book is. And I'm intrigued because it's for 5e, but it's also for basic. You know, so the fact that it could go both ways like that, intrigues me that I have options so that if I feel like the 5e side might be not as harsh, then I might try the basic version of it, or vice versa. Maybe if I'm playing with new players, I'll try 5e, maybe because I don't think it's as deadly as the older systems. The art looks good so far. The preview pages they've shown looks exciting. I love randomness, and I love that I could pick a book and I just roll some dice, and then I could just make a dungeon right there and then. So yeah,
that sounds right up my alley. I love dungeon crawls, and I love books to help you make things to get the juices flowing. Seems like we could mix that with some of our earlier things like the treasure chest cards and maybe even the monster manual talking about. So there you go. A lot of great stuff on Kickstarter this month. So go check it out.
Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and take care. We'll see you soon.